Okay, are you threading the needle here?
I didn't realize people were coming in behind me too, but I'm almost to 20 and I'll pop myself into this group here.
923, I'm on your 6 and I'll pick up the pieces that fall off.
Copy, appreciate it.
Hey, 706, is that rainbow sticker still on a bumper that I put on there that says I love Subaru?
Okay, let me come in here, gang. All you guys locked in here. Can you hold up for a minute? There you go. Thank you.
Hey, Tony, this is Rob. Do you copy?
Copy.
I'll try to weasel in behind you.
Alright, fight it out with Jeff.
Randy, your first 20 is in.
Copy that.
Come on, Trudy, get in front of me. Hey, Brian, you squeezing in next?
That is affirmative, sir.
Alright, then I'll go after you. Rob, go ahead in front.
Expedition, can you hold up for a second? Let me squeeze in behind you or in front of you. Okay, Randy, mid-pack second 20 cars is established. Ryan, how are we doing back there at the back? Do I need to speed up at the front? We're doing okay, I think. We seem to be all mingling nicely. Hey, Jay, be careful on the right side. Red TJ, you're good. You're just waiting to slip in line.
Randy, I'm not aired down either.
That's right. You don't need to air down. It will be good to be air down for when we come back, because we're going to be on some washboarded roads. You can just do that at lunch.
Alright, Mojave, I want to squeeze in right here.
While everybody's filing now, should I regale everybody with how washboard is established on desert roads, Randy?
Wait till everybody's moving so we don't hog up the channel. Ryan, have you started rolling yet? Yeah, that is affirmative, sir. I'm in your group of second 20. Yeah, we've been rolling here for about 3 minutes. Sorry, I thought you were a tail gunner. Who's our tail gunner?
I am.
Rich, are you moving yet?
Yeah, we're getting ready to get on the road. Probably like 2 minutes. We'll all be on the road.
And everybody that's already moving, can you see the Jeep behind you or the truck behind you in your rearview mirror?
Yeah, everybody can. Hey, there is a Jeep pulled over on the side near the second camp spot. You guys don't need to stop. That person is okay. They're just waiting for their homeboy.
We're all moving, Randy. All right, but you're just now leaving the camping area?
Correct. We just crossed the road.
Well, this road sure is washboarded. Dave, how do these roads get so washboarded?
Well, how did you think, what was that cockamamie thing that you told me how it was formed?
I always blame the side-by-sides.
Right. And somebody else in the group that day said the wind, right? Remember that stupid answer?
Yes, the old wind blowing across the road somehow makes these big giant ruts and washboards.
First time I ever encountered washboard was in Arkansas at my uncle's property. There was a dirt road going in and the mailboxes were there, and he told me that the washboard was created because the mailman came in too hot. That it was fast driving that caused washboard on the road. The mailman came in too damn hot, is what he told me.
I heard it's Subarus.
Yeah, I've heard that. But I'm going to tell you that's not the case. I have figured out what creates washboard. It's washboard tweakers. It's these tweakers that are in your neighborhoods and lingering around the town. They've still got a couple of stops on the line. But eventually you get pushed out way out here. The last station on the line, as they say. And they do it with wooden spoons, like the one your mom used to whoop your ass with. They come out here at night by the light of the moon. Some people call them moon scratchers. I prefer washboard tweakers. But they perfectly align this wooden spoon across the trail in the dirt road to keep them company. It's what they do. They have to have something. So next time you run across a bumpy washboard road, you remember who did it.
Damn washboard tweakers.
Yeah, that's right. And tweaker has become like a pejorative. It's almost like, like a curse word. You're not allowed to call people tweaker anymore. So you can use meth enthusiast if you want to. That'll satisfy. Or maybe Mexican American. That'll work too. But I assure you, at night out here, not on this road. They haven't gotten here yet. This one's okay. But the main road in, they hit that shit. That was the Victor Valley, Local 25.
That's just messed up.
So if you start doing meth and you become a Mexican American, is that meth culture appropriation?
Okay. So if you guys and gals ever wondered what made that awful chatter on your vehicle, it's not the wind and it's not side-by-sides, and it damn sure isn't the mailman coming in too hot, I assure you that. It's the washboard tweakers. All right. Randy, the air is yours.
Thank you, Dave. So the first portion of this route, first half roughly, is pretty easy, flat road, kind of like what we're on now. But when we get to those hills right in front of us, we go through what's known as the quarry. You'll see why they call it the quarry when we get there. There's a few little bumpy spots that we'll have to go through, and then it's lots of long, flat dirt road. It won't really get exciting until after lunch as we go along the backside of Rye Mountain. So that's what you have to look forward to this afternoon. Did anyone other than Pat get a head count? Are there any other head counts that were completed?
There's 20 vehicles in front of me, Randy, and 40 in front of Brian. I know that much.
10-9, Dave. Say again. Push the button, then talk. As we approach the top of this little bluff area and this rocky area, you'll see on your right the remains of an old abandoned granite quarry. They dug the granite out here in giant chunks that you'll see piled up all around, and they used this granite in building a lot of the old buildings in Los Angeles and Westwood out there back in the 30s and 40s.
And I used to just take those piles of rock for granted.
But,
At one time, the King of the Hammers used to run right on the rocks to our right also. They do no longer use this road.
And at the top of the hill, just as you make a left and start curving around, first little bumpy spot, there's two ways down, there's three ways down, depending on how you look at it. There's an easier way and a slightly more bumpy way, so look at whichever way looks easiest for you and choose that line. He holds here for a minute because I'm kind of off my track, and I just want to make sure it's smooth enough directly in front of us, and then if it's not, I'll have you turn right where I am.
Copy that.
Not an adventure if you don't turn around at least 3 times.
I have been on an adventure all morning, thank you.
My life has been one adventure.
Rich, are you over the little hill there at the corner yet?
No, there's probably, still gotta probably get about 30 over.
Do you see those mountains over to your right?
Don't tell me that's where you were.
Yeah, buddy.
Did Drew not have the GPS coordinates?
I'm not sure if he had the coordinates. I had it on my Waze, but I assumed that he had it, and he knew exactly where we were going. I don't know if he lost his signal and lost it all or what.
Now I'm hoping I didn't send him the wrong location.
Is Drew still having mechanical issues?
Yeah, he's out for whatever reason. Yeah, he said he had a mechanical issue.
His engine light did come on.
Shit, that's rule number 1 in Jeeping.
It's a Jeep thing.
That means your check engine light works.
Rich, you over that hill yet?
Not quite. Probably now about 10 vehicles.
All right, so we are going to stop here for a minute. We're going to do let's everybody do a head count. Let's see who can count all the Jeeps. Let everybody gather up. If you are one of our drone photographers, now would be a good time to get out because we'll be stopped for a few minutes. So now that I think about it, there's going to be drones in the air. Probably not the best time to go potty. But we're going to stop here, let everybody catch up. We're going to try to get a head count.
For people to train falcons, like, falconry stuff.
Yeah, I don't really deal with falcons, man. I'm more of a hawk guy.
Oh, yeah, that's right. So do you think that the Hawks maybe, maybe instead of the drones, we could get them to work up there?
All I know about hawks is they're really, really cool. But past that, I haven't really explored too much past there. But they're really, really cool.
We are rolling in front.
Copy. Hawks are cool. The Falcons are cooler.
And you know what? I was knowing that there was a falcon guy instead of shot the peregrine falcon guy.
You nailed it, Dave. I prefer a seagull.
The hawk time. They have a very interesting approach to eating.
Break. Sorry to interrupt your herb-related discussions, but I did want to take a minute to remind everybody that it is the tail end of rattlesnake season. So as you're out making your potties or walking around, and when the kids are out, when the dogs are running around having fun, keep a very close eye on them because there are the rattlesnakes lurking. White Raptor's going to be along the side waiting for a buddy behind. Okay.
Passing.
And if there were more hawks out here, there would be less rattlesnakes. Just saying.
This is Rob in the Silverado. If anybody sees a rattlesnake, let me know. I'm actually a herpetologist, and I'll catch it, take it back to camp, and give a little class.
We could use some class.
All kinds of fun with this if this weren't a family trip, Randy.
Sorry, there's a rabbit there on the left, Peggy. What'd you say, Dave?
Copy, Dave.
Alright, we're all moving, Randy. You see rabbits? Think food source for rattlesnakes.
Wouldn't the falcon catch a rabbit as well?
Falcons usually hunt birds.
But Peggy, a hawk. Now, a hawk and a rabbit, it's a match made in heaven right there. I'm telling you, it's the ultimate bird. A hawk.
Oh, I totally agree.
See, Jinx approved.
I know the hawks will. I was just asking if the falcon would.
No, they usually hunt birds.
Red-tailed or red-shouldered?
Copy that. Thank you for that information.
At 220 miles an hour.
I can... Sean, but you know what the problem is they're small. I'm losing my vision as I get older, so I need a bigger bird to look for up there. It's fast and small. It's not a good combo for me.
Wait. So, no more hawks?
No, I just pondered the falcon thing for a minute. I don't know what the kids would call it. I just checked into it.
Oh, okay, so momentary lapse of reason.
My buddy was telling me that they were really cool. I wanted to look into it. They are really cool, but just slightly less cool than hawks. What about a chicken hawk? No, they don't seem to get in trouble.
Chicken hawk?
Yeah, what's a chicken hawk?
It's a cartoon character.
Is it maybe the cousin of the rooster hawk?
Bingo, you know.
You guys don't remember the cartoon? Yeah, I'm a chicken hawk.
Yeah, it was the best ever.
Foghorn Leghorn.
Doesn't even know what I'm talking about.
It was Foghorn Leghorn.
Say.
Yeah, but they've only been around since the 60s.
Not the same as the chicken hawk?
Similar, but not quite the same.
Was it a chicken hawk?
Chicken hawks only come out on Thursdays.
Tony, can I get an early check-in hawk, please?
No worries. Let me get the sheet out.
We got the Mesa Crest chicken hawks.
Don't forget the Atlanta Falcons.
I prefer the Pittsburgh Steelers.
The Mesa Crest chicken hawks.
big blue and white.
Big blue and white. Kind of like blue and gold.
Gold and black.
Black and hell no, black and hell no.
Dave, enlighten me. Back in the Delta, the great, the awesome Delta days, did we used to have early chickens? Oh, I'm sorry. You may not be up with the times. So check-in is now chicken. So, early check-in would be a rare chicken. Well, thank you. Thank you for that awesome answer.
Zurich 4x4, check your backup channel.
Randy, did we ever get a count?
No, I got distracted. Did anybody else get a vehicle count? Head count?
I'll take care of it at once, Randy.
Copy that. The one count that we got before we left was 51, but we'd like to get more than just one to compare.
Alright, copy. We'll just have to take a look at that drone footage.
Well, that would be the smart thing to do, but we'll have to wait to do that.
Going to say that your number is going to far exceed 51, considering I'm 40 back and there's more than 10 cars behind me.
Yeah, there's only 5 between you and me right now.
How'd that happen? Everybody moving around?
Over to an A-OK.
So what are we doing back there? Looks like everybody's punched up pretty good. Am I going too slow? Should I speed up?
Hey Randy, where I'm at is pretty slow moving. I'm not sure if that's just because of the gas, but
Are there gaps? Because where I am, I don't see any gaps. Are there gaps back there, Sean?
no, we're pretty bunched up pretty good.
All right, let's make up for some lost time. We'll floor it through here. Get up to 18 miles an hour.
Watch to the right, you'll see a red tail hawk.
That thing was huge! Huge!
You're in the path for some of the snakes for all of us right now.
Rattlesnake tastes like chicken hawk. Why don't that come up there?
that crap's on the wind. Someone tells me the wind, and I'm like, the wind doesn't make any sense. Wind doesn't make any sense at all.
Vibration, Dave, vibration. Barstow sucks. The wind doesn't blow. Barstow sucks.
And the person that tells me the wind is like, no, it's definitely the wind. I'm like, then why doesn't the washboard effect continue on off of the road, on into the desert for a mile, on infinity, right? Makes no sense. It's not the wind. We know this 100%. No way.
I'm thinking Bigfoot.
Because of the high tide.
Awfully exposed for a Bigfoot kind of character. Sorry, not taking Bigfoot either. I'm glad people are opining now, speaking up on what they think causes this phenomenon. Because it's not the mailman coming in hot, Uncle Dwayne. There's no friggin' way the mailman comes in hot. I'm gonna yell at him again. It didn't cause the washboard in front of his house. Side-by-sides weren't even invented, Randy. When I encountered this washboard, it was circa 1981. There was no side-by-sides around.
Many people don't realize that Bigfoot often dresses incognito as a mailman, so I'm thinking of that.
So Bigfoot's a stealth giant beast that lurks in the woods, supposedly. Not only is the washboard bandit, but he gets around from everywhere from Arkansas to here in the middle of the Mojave Desert, where both locations, by the way, are supported by my night scratcher theory.
Yeah, he dresses in disguise as a mailman. Yeah, that's how he gets around.
Apparently trying to prevent the truth from getting out, apparently.
So in this hypothesis, Mexican Americans, what is their motivation? Because they're not exactly known for being motivated to do things.
Okay, I can back this theory up. There's been a couple of years put into this, buddy, so I've been asked every question. But, well, again, the zombie people that live amongst us in suburbia, you've seen them. They're hanging out by the AM/PM, recycling cans, stripping wires, stealing catalytic converters. You know the type, right?
Highly motivated, in my opinion. Right, but in your construct, how are you paying these people to do this to the road and rewarding them with either money or, fungible things like they care about or, I don't know, the meth they crave?
Okay, anybody in the group right now that's actually done meth is getting a good laugh about this right here, I'll tell you. Because there's no money involved, dude. There's no expectation of pay. The zombie people that are in suburbia recycling the cans and stripping wires still kind of have something going for them. Remember my initial proclamation? This out here was the last station on the line. Do you remember that statement?
I do. I assumed there would be a test later, so I took that.
Alright, well, there's no money out here. That ain't what the game is anymore. The zombie apocalypse has progressed with them individually to come out here and just scratch lines in the road. Why? Well, again, you're thinking very rationally, and I appreciate that, but once you're truly addicted to the devil's powder, yeah, there's no rational behavior. And again, last station on the line. These folks are beyond stripping wires there.
Amen, brother.
Well, I was going to call it the devil's crystal, but decided that wouldn't be appropriate with everybody that was in the group.
Oh, we go. So if this is the end of the line, we would expect to find some number of meth strewn corpses somewhere nearby, right?
No, forever. They're zombies.
I don't know how many zombie movies you've watched, but, you know, whether you believe in fat zombies or slow zombies, they, you know, kind of have to acknowledge either the double tap, putting them down, or some other mechanism.
Gotta catch them. Gotta catch them. They're not at Paradise Park or wherever those zombies in Zombieland were at. With the double tap movie. Good movie, by the way. But those were different kind of zombies. Those were actual zombies. These are the best zombies. Again, sir, if you haven't seen one in where you live or nearby, I'm proud of you, sir. You've made it.
Are you guys doubled perfectly?
Sometimes Dollar Tree. I'm surprised nobody asked me why we don't see them right now. It's because they hide. I told you they're night scratchers. They come out by the light of the moon if you're lucky. Most of the time on a new moon. I don't know. Cruise by the AM PM on your way to the 15 freeway and you'll see a future enrollees of the Victor Valley Local 25 Night Scratcher Union.
Lake Elsinore has tons of.
Yeah, that's the local 530 down that way.
I mean, Joshua Tree is like a dark sky mecca for, you know, astronomer buffs. When they have seen them?
You know, it's funny, but the initial question, we were out with our friend Chris off-roading, and he was new at it, and we were on a washboarded out road in Joshua Tree, and he said, Randy, do you remember this, Randy? Randy.
Turned the radio off about 10 minutes ago.
Yeah, no shit. But Chris asked, what is this? What do you call this? And Randy said, this is washboard. And Chris's response was priceless. He said, I don't like this. And we all get a good laugh out of it, because it sucks, man. It sucks. But don't try blaming it on vehicles, because all vehicles have different sized tires and wheelbases, and travel at different speeds. So it doesn't make sense these perfectly engineered grooves across the road are that.
I'm telling you, man, it's Bigfoot mailmen.
Dave, I remember that.
It's not one friggin' Bigfoot doing all of this damage to our sacred off-road byways and highways.
Oh, there's thousands of Bigfoot out
I think the tweakers send out the prospects at night to do it. They got to pay their dues.
They hide really well, and what do we all have on our off-road vehicles, even side-by-sides? When we come out at night, what do we all do? We all uncover our big, giant off-road lights that light up the entire desert, ruin the dark sky that the other guy was talking about, quite frankly. And then the tweakers, the washboard tweakers, the night scratchers, the zombie people, they see that from literally a mile away, and they scurry off and hide right outside the width of your lights.
Well, the reason they come out at night is they have day jobs as mailmen.
That awful chatter at the head of my uncle's driveway was not caused by the friggin' mailman coming in too goddamn hot. It's just that simple, sir.
Well, he's not really a mailman, he's Bigfoot. He just goes in disguise as a mailman to get from, you know, forest to forest.
But he brought my uncle's mail.
Bigfoot are smart. If he didn't bring the mail, then he would be discovered.
My uncle was a retired Marine and friggin' accosted this guy. I felt really bad for him. Like, scared the shit out of him.
Any of your cousins look like the mailman at all?
but I'll tell you what, that guy probably didn't drive more than a half a mile an hour into that driveway from that point forward after my uncle got his hands on him. And guess what? Washboard did not disappear.
Break.
Sorry, Randy.
Okay, we will be stopping for lunch in just a couple of minutes. That'll be about a 45-minute break to rest and eat and try to stay cool. If it gets too hot or if everybody's sweating to death and complaining, we can roll out a little sooner, but we'll plan on about 45 minutes, and that's coming up in about 5 minutes from where I am, probably 20 minutes for the back of the line. Rich, did you copy all that at the end?
Yep, loud and clear.
And once I go over this hill, I think you're going to be on the dark side of the moon for a while.
Copy that.
Tony, did you bring your Chicory board? No, sir. Brought none of that today. Sorry. So one day I was looking forward to it. Yeah, you say that every damn time. But you always have it, except for this time.
Randy, you remember the run you did where those two 20-year-old kids were trying to set up a barbecue and cook hot dogs? Remember, did you see any of that?
I believe so. Yeah, that was at the camper run down at the bridge 3 years ago.
Yeah, that's good stuff right there, man. I don't know what the hell they were using for kindling or wood or... for the group, let's just say they did not have warm hot dogs at the end of the 45-minute lunch. I can cook a hot dog on my dashboard in this kind of heat, but those kids, no clue. We're doomed. But if you two kids are with us today, I hope you've learned how to cook hot dogs.
Hey, Rich, you copy me now from the dark side of the moon?
Loud and clear.
Wow, this radio works really well. You must be on a Ocean TC1000G from my2aradios.com.
That is correct, sir.
All right, we are coming up on the lunch spot. Just kind of pull all the way forward and grab a spot, and then hopefully we can squeeze everybody out when we're done.
Somewhat pro tip would be to make sure you leave enough room in front of your Jeep, and the folks behind you can leave enough room behind your Jeep, and everybody will have enough room to get in and out of the back of their Jeep.
Great Tahoe. We're pulling off. We're good to go. We're just going to let the line get ahead of us here.
All right, so all along the bottom of this hill, along the road is where we'll be. So just pile in anywhere, just don't block the road. Well, that's a great view from this hill.
What's that dry lake called, Randy?
Soggy Dry Lake. I see a mailman in the distance.
I think the Hammertown people are highly guarding against them. Only the washboard tweaker variety during the event. Apparently the other normal, non-last station on the line people, they can come.
Keith, you all good back there?
Also, the vehicles are rolling and ready. Copy that, sir.
Row the boat.
Alright, I'm in about 20, Randy.
Copy.
Chris and the White Gladiators ready to go.
Peggy, hold right here, because I forget if we're going left or right here, so let me go up a little ways, let my map update, and then I'll know for sure.
Do that.
Now, Randy, if you're disoriented, I'll call Wanda, my astrologer.
Thank you, we'll hold off on that for now. All right, Peggy, come on up. Rich, how much of the group is still up there at the lunch spot?
A lot of them at 28 Jeeps.
Brian, are you in yet?
Cutting in right now.
We are now beginning the second half of the trail, and this is where we'll run into some more bumpy stuff. Not a lot, but more than what we went through coming in. So if you had no problems in the first half, didn't get stuck, now will be your chance in the next several miles.
I saw someone counting. Did we get a count?
We had one counting up from the top of the hill, we got a count, and then we've got another one counting everybody right now as we leave. So don't confuse them.
I'm the tail gunner.
Are you moving yet?
Not yet. I'll slide in right here, Rich. .57 Rex, Randy.
Copy that. Thank you, sir. Are you rolling now, you said? Okay.
In about 4 vehicles, I'll be moving. We're all moving, Randy.
Copy that, sir. Thank you.
Radio check.
It works.
Lima Charlie.
Roger, Dodger. Over. Roger. Under.
Adam Henry.
Is Chef here today with his son?
Nope, couldn't make it. Had to work.
Got the right of me.
Sorry, had to get my pictures from my OnlyFans page. Dang it.
So glad I'm subscribed.
I have no fans.
Rich, are you all rolling yet?
We are rolling.
Are you caught up at the back yet, waiting, or you're still rolling?
Still waiting for you to pose for OnlyFans.
Ziggy's got one fan.
Get the yearly, get the money's worth.
His mirror.
be a lot of mailmen around here.
Is that Subaru still back there? He ain't shaken up yet. Copy that. Hey, whatever happened to Coach? Leon, but Coach is coming out today.
No, he had a prior engagement, so he got a pass, I guess.
Something more important to do?
I would say so. Family's always important. Family, he's dressed up like a pirate. They're hanging out outside there.
Why is this a better way to go?
Yeah, but he's doing it with his son, so let him have fun. Wait, scratch the pirate thing. He was putting on that dress, wasn't he, today? Yeah. I think he's acting as Hilda today.
Just a reminder to everybody, when we're bunched up like this, don't get too close to the vehicle in front of you, because they might spin their tires and pick up sand and dirt in your windshield and all over your hood.
Have enough horsepower to do that?
I was gonna say, like, vehicles spin their tires out of these kind of trips there, Randy?
Yeah, it was probably a Subaru or a Bronco.
Okay. Get it. So I've never seen that before.
Got a mechanical or something here.
Rocco, you okay? On the vehicle behind you.
Randy, stand by. At the 20 mark, we gotta stall through.
Oh, we got a Bronco not moving.
Copy that. We will hold here until you advise.
That's okay. They do that from time to time. It'll be okay.
Rocco, are you on frequency?
Chef, is that you? Yeah, it's like I'm losing power.
Move it again, Randy.
You still having those issues, Jeff?
All under control now.
I got him unstuck, Randy.
For anyone wondering, this is what 17 degrees feels like.
Should we stop and take a look, Jeff, or are you good to go?
I'm good to go right now.
All right, Randy.
We are rolling at the front.
Rolling.
Well, that was fun. Can we do it again?
All right, everybody hold where you are up here at the front. Peggy, I missed the turn. Back it up. Back it up. For first 10 Jeeps, back it up. All right, crisis averted. Go ahead and move forward, Peggy. If you're not, oh, yep, crisis averted. As you come down that little hill into the wash, there's a little extra credit hill on the left, kind of straight in front of you. You can go up and down that if you prefer. So as you drop into the wash, you've got slightly harder to the left, the easier straight ahead or to the right.
We got Bronco issues again.
All right, do we need to stop? What's happening?
Permit had stopped. I think he's losing power again.
Maybe he's tired.
Let me get behind the Bronco pickup truck if you don't mind.
Make sure the Bronco is in four-wheel low.
Bronco, is your check engine light on?
Nope. Sure it's in four-wheel low. Could be overheating because you're lugging the motor going so slow. Get some RPM from the engine.
Yeah, make sure that Bronco's in 4 low, at least while we go through these little hilly areas.
Up.
Phew!
Okay, Bronco made it.
Are we good? Was that you that just went up the hill?
Yes, sir.
No problem there, Mr. Ford man.
You know, I don't know. I had it 4 low, but it wasn't in 4 low, so we put it back in 4 low and made it up there. But yeah, it's just losing power.
Yeah, keep it in low until we get out these little hilly areas.
I'm right behind the Bronco now for the duration, Randy.
Probably worth a t-shirt. One more trying to make it up.
Where he's trying to make it up there, is that the easy one, or to the left, or what?
Talking about the big silver Toyota.
No, negative, where the Bronco got stuck.
No, that was the easy way. You're going to go up a hill, small hill. it kind of goes to the left once you get to the top. Toyota, you're gonna be able to, or I'm sorry, is that what kind? I can't see what kind of vehicle. Is he okay up there?
All good, just picking a path.
That was a Ford Ranger driven by Elliot.
Still having fun.
No one home.
Thank you.
You're welcome, I think. Ford Ranger, right?
Correct.
Got some torque back, eh, Mark?
Look at you, man.
Keep it straight there where you're at, stand deep, it drops down.
As we go through some of these windy areas, it gets more important to make sure you keep the guy behind you in your rearview mirror. So make sure you can see the person behind you in your rearview mirror and stop if you can't see them so they don't get lost.
Richard.
red gray Gladiator behind this white Wrangler.
Thank you.
A little bit of a blind hill here, so don't crash.
Much.
Thanks for the encouragement.
If you don't like the blind hill, feel free to get out and look at it first, because you can't see over the top of your hood, but it's just up and over.
Just more gas. You'll be fine.
Turn on your front cameras. What's on the other side of that blind hill? Another hill. No, I was going to say there's right and left. It's just two different blocks. Straight up and down, nothing over. Got it, thank you. But if in doubt, feel free to look at it first. So I'll take a look when I get there.
Well, that was fun.
I was wondering what was going on. Alright, Peggy, we're going to hold here, let everybody catch up. I'm going to put some cones out to block off the, what we call the curve of death, because some of the full-size trucks won't make it. Broncos won't make it without flopping over. We don't want anybody accidentally going that way.
Copy that.
Rich, you caught up to the group yet?
Yeah, I've come up. I wanted to make sure the last truck got through my path area. Well, I think he's now full close. Is there a Starbucks around here somewhere?
Sure, just around the corner, about 3/4 of a mile away.
Take it.
I got Starbucks in the trunk of my car. K-cup machine, man.
You look at the picture behind you.
How's that power issue doing? Better now. You look like Coach trying to go up that hill. Now reached our furthest point from the running point. Now we're going to start headed back toward the camp. So we're basically right at about halfway done. A little more than halfway. The curve of death. Oh, you guys are way back there. Yeah, we're way back.
Are those your cones, Randy?
I borrowed them from the desert, and I'm returning them to the desert.
You want me to pick them up?
No, and they're like just a few hundred yards from there. So, back at the ashes or whatever they say.
you got windows open over there, right? No AC cranked in like 90% of these vehicles, correct?
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on these, kamikaze flies that they got out here? They're pretty big, first of all, but give me some thoughts.
Yeah, they haven't really come around me too much.
Oh, me neither.
Tony, I had one land on my arm, almost drove off the trail.
Thank goodness for that. Yeah, man, they're like deadly.
They taste like chicken nuggets. I think if they stay there too long, they bite you.
They've been known to kill.
So is it before they bite, you bite? Is that the way it is there, chewing?
Bite first, bite last. Doesn't matter as long as you bite.
Yeah.
Extra cookie. Last night we were getting ants with wings. Ants with wings. And they were pretty annoying.
They weren't in the wood that you brought along, were they?
They came after we set up camp and everything. Once the wind died down, we started getting those creatures that they weren't very friendly either.
So what do you call ants with wings?
Airborne. I'm not sure.
You call flies without wings?
Maggots.
No, ants. Actually, they're also known as wasps.
What do you do with a dog with no legs?
Doesn't matter, he's gonna come when you call him anyway.
Take him out for a drag.
Wow. What did the hare-lipped dog say? Bark, bark. What do you call two men hanging above a window with no arms and no legs? Kurt and Rod.
Somebody's been reading too many popsicle sticks.
You know why blind people don't skydive? Scares the hell out of the seeing eye dog.
What do you call a cow with no legs?
Ground dinner.
Ground beef.
What do you name a girl with one leg?
Eileen.
You won the chicken dinner.
a cow with 2 legs. Lazy.
Hold up a minute, Randy. I want to get out of 4-wheel drive.
You're going to need it again in about 5 minutes.
Okay, never mind.
I'm in 2-wheel drive the whole time.
I don't even have 4-wheel drive. One tire fire, baby.
What's 4-wheel drive? Alright, get into another little bumpy section.
When did we get out of it?
This will be the last bumpy section or bumpy area for the day, and then we'll be back to power line roads. And it smooths out a little, but there's more bumpy up ahead. Fear not.
Wait, thank you.
Hey, Xterra, you want to stop?
Oh my God.
Yeah, we just had a lot of twists and turns right here. I don't want anybody to get lost through here. There's a large gap. You're good, Xterra. Thank you.
are going to take a 5 or 10 minute potty break. And on the left, women are always right. And Rich, call out when you get up to the back so I know when everybody's stopped.
Copy that.
Hey, Rich, I'll catch up.
Yeah, we're all caught up, Randy. Looks like. Still moving, but I caught up to the group.
All right. Go ahead and get out and make your potties if you need to.
Wow, look at that.
I just want to congratulate everybody for nearly surviving the hottest day ever recorded in human history, according to my Jeep's thermometer. It's all the 147 degrees, right? So, congratulations, you almost survived a day out. World record. Jeez.